So you're moving to Tampa. Should you rent or should you buy? Hi, I'm Mark from the Fazzini Group, and we make these videos to help you make better decisions about buying or selling in the Tampa Bay area. Now, we run a real estate team. We'd love to help you. Please reach out to us if you have any real estate questions. We'd love to be your choice in the area. Okay, let's get into it. Should you rent or should you buy when you're moving to Tampa? So that really depends on your situation, and that's something you should talk to a trusted real estate advisor about to find out what the best move is for you. But here today, I'm going to tell you reasons why you should buy or reasons why you should rent, so you have a good idea. Now, as a real estate agent and a team leader, I'm a little biased. Obviously, we make our income when our clients buy homes. We do help some people rent homes, but traditionally we help mostly with the buying process. But I want to go through this objectively because we have many clients we talk to and we realize it's just not a good situation for them to buy. And that's just, finding an agent that will give you honest feedback and be transparent about that. So let's talk about reasons why you should buy. Okay, reason number one, pride of ownership. So there's nothing like buying a house, buying your first home, holding the keys, and going in to make it your own. There is a big sense of pride or ownership from purchasing a property. So if all the stars align and you know exactly where you want to be and you find the perfect home, I think it's one of the most incredible things to be able to buy it and have that pride of ownership. You can make it what you want, you can customize this, you can remodel, do whatever you want essentially, within reason if you have an HOA. So that is a great reason to want to buy. The next reason is you can build a lot of equity when you purchase a home. So I know the real estate market is cyclical and it goes up and down and you've heard of all these things, but over time the market seems to always trend upwards. So if your time frame is right and you're gonna be in an area for a long time, usually we say 3 or more years, it's probably a great financial decision to buy. We have countless clients that have made so much equity by purchasing a property, and real estate ownership and equity in a home is typically the largest increase of your net worth as a family in your lifetime. So if you know you're gonna be happy in a home for a while, we always suggest you try to buy so that you can build that equity. And if you do need to sell in 3, 5, 10 years, typically your net worth will be higher and you'll be able to make some money on that sale. Another great reason to buy is that your finances are in great shape and you're ready to buy a home. So typically that means, hey, you have good income coming in, you've saved up for a down payment. Down payments can range from 3% all the way up to 20%. But you've essentially created a situation where you know a monthly payment, you can afford a budget that is within reason, and you're gonna be very secure financially. Now, you wanna talk to a mortgage lender or a realtor to get an idea of what you can afford, and typically there are formulas that you can look at to say if you make X amount per month and your debts are X amount per month, you'll be able to afford this much for a house payment. So if you are financially secure and ready, and you're not gonna overstretch, it could be a great time to buy a home. And sometimes there's a big difference between what you can afford and what you want to afford. So it's really important that you work with a knowledgeable person to give you an idea of how you will be able to get to what you want to afford. Because not every situation is black and white. And I've had many clients who talk to a mortgage lender or a bank and they say, you know what, you can't get approved for this loan. And we put them with someone who sees a few little details that gets creative and says, yes, actually you can qualify. So it's really important that you have someone that's experienced and knows what they're doing in that mortgage side of things. Another great reason to buy is if you've owned a home now or before. So a lot of people don't want to move out of the home that they owned and become renters. There could be some stigma or feeling of lack of control going from owning a home to being a renter. You might have to put all your furniture in storage. There could be a downside there. So a lot of people who own homes, they might not be the best fit to become a renter. Okay, now let's talk about why it's a good reason to rent. So there are good reasons to rent. Buying is not always the best plan. So one reason it could be good to rent is maybe your move is temporary. So you could be going and moving to a new location for work and you're only gonna be there for 1 year or 2 years. Maybe you're not sure that you want to lock down and purchase a home and have to sell it a year later and be worried if you're going to get your money out of it. It might be a better time to rent in that case. Another reason is if you're not familiar with the area. Maybe you're moving to a new area, you don't know where you want to live, what schools you want to be close to, what neighborhoods are good, and maybe you have to make a decision quickly. I wouldn't settle for buying a home unless you have a good feeling that you're gonna love the area. So some of our clients, we say, look, go ahead and rent in this area, see if you love it, and if you do, then maybe you purchase 6 months, 12 months down the line. Now the same thing goes for if you're not sure what you want. Maybe you don't know if you want a townhome or a single family home or a condo. It might be a good idea to rent one of those types of properties to see if you like it. You could live in a single family home up in Chicago and you want to move down to Florida and live in a condo and you've never lived in a condo before. It might be a good idea to rent a condo to see how that living experience is and if you really like it. Or maybe it's new construction versus pre-existing, or maybe you want to try out a school district before you commit to it. That could be a good reason to rent. Okay, and the final reason why renting might be a good option is your finances just aren't in the best order. So maybe you haven't saved up for a down payment, or the monthly income is not great, or your credit score is kind of low. You might not qualify for the loan that you want. Let's say you qualify for a $500,000 purchase, but you know for your family, the cheapest property you can find in this certain location is $650,000. Well, you might have to find a job that's paying higher wages, or you might have to save money for a year, or just work with a credit improvement company to improve your credit so you can get the best rate possible. Those could be good reasons why you would want to rent. So if you've watched this video to the end, we want to hear from you. We have helped over 2,500 clients buy and sell in the Tampa Bay area, and we'd love to help you. Whether you're just getting started, you're ready to go make an offer, or you just want to talk about different neighborhoods, reach out to us. Call or text at the number below, or send us an email. We'd love to chat.